हेडफोन आहे का मॅडम तुमच्याकडे? का आहे का तुमच्याकडे हेडफोन? ये पीछे से मत जाना, अभी प्रोग्राम रहेगा और सिर्फ आवाज़ मत करना। 11 बजे से 12 बजे के ये यहाँ से भी मत जाना जब भी प्रोग्राम रहता। जॉईन पण करावं लागेल ना आपल्याला एकत्र सगळ्यांना, है ना? कोई नहीं, आप भी उधर जाएंगे, कुछ लगा तो ना ठीक। म्हणजे माझ्याच्यावर होत नाही आहे म्हणून काकाकडे ते मोबाईल घेऊन जाणार, ते पाहतच बसल्या तर आपल्याला इकडे काम पडेल त्यांच्या आपल्याला जाईन तेच करून Mukesh sir, good morning. Hello. वैलिड रहेंगे ना? हाँ, डायरेक्ट वाला दीजिए सर, क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे गाँव के। ठीक है, बंद करिए। 1 मिनट, उसके पहले मैं बोल देती हूँ। Actually, we are ending this meeting and we are sharing new link in your group. So please join with that group, with that link. I request all of you, please wait for 2 minutes. We are sharing within 1 or 2 minutes a new link in your WhatsApp group. So please be join with that link. अभी आपके ग्रुप में एक नई लिंक डाली जाएंगी जूम की, आपको उस जूम लिंक से फिर से ज्वाइन करना है।
ओके मैम।
बस 2 मिनट के लिए। मैं लिंक दे रही हूँ, शेयर करना फास्ट। Hello. Hello. Please mute yourself. Very soon we are going to start the session.
In mute mind.
इसको बोला के चारों का जॉइन करो ना मोबाईल से जल्दी क्योंकि तुम्ही पण करा सेक्रेटरीचे आहे ना जॉइन करा और हेडफोन लगा के सुनो भी एमएफएस है ना आपको इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट है Within 5 minutes, we are going to start the session. ज्वाइन किया चारों ने ज्वाइन किया तो लैब में बैठने का नहीं ओके फॉलो नहीं करना है तो हमारी इंस्ट्रक्शन आरसी जी जरा वो ज्वाइन करिए ऐसे तो सही होगा ना आपको आने से बाकी कुछ काम नहीं करना रीड करो अच्छा वो भी नहीं समझ रहा कैसे करेंगे ये इसमें 50 से पहले शुरू नहीं होता इसलिए बोलो सर डाला नहीं क्या मैंने ग्रुप में डाला ना एक मिनट अभी और डाल एक ये अभी भी सहयोग करो इट मैटर्स
Durgesh sir, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think participants are joining. I think we can start the session because
Yes, ma'am.
many people
Yes.
are waiting from 10:50. So should we start? Sushma ma'am is here. I think she
Yes,
is.
yes. Sushma, ma'am.
So with your permission, actually there are some connectivity issue also. Students.
Audible? Good morning.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Good
So-
morning, ma'am. Good
Yeah,
morning,
good morning.
students.
Good morning.
And welcome you all for this particular session on
Yeah.
commodities
Ma'am.
and derivatives.
Yeah. Ma'am, before that, I want to start with some formalities.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't hear you. Yeah?
Ma'am,
Hello?
am I audible?
Recording in progress.
Yeah. I can hear you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. So, Durgesh sir, can we start the session? Sushma
So,
ma'am?
shall I start directly with the PPT?
No. Just 1 minute. So,
Okay, ma'am. Please start.
Okay. So, I welcome you all. So, first of all, my deepest salutation to Param Shraddheya Ma Radha Devi Ji Goenka, who is the founder, president of Bharatiya Seva Sadan, who established this RDG College for Women to empower the women of Vidarbha region. Honorable President Mr. Dilip Rajji Goenka sir, Honorable Principal Dr. Charushila Rumale Madam, Honorable Vice Principal and the Head Department of Commerce Dr. Ambadas Ji Pandey sir, and today's resource person Honorable Sushma Das sir, the coordinator of Krishna Foundation, a Mumbai-based public charitable trust, Durgesh Kumar sir, the Head of Department of Economics, Dr. Nitin Chaudhary sir, and the Commerce Forum Head Professor Harshada Vadhone Madam, all the faculty members, students. I, Dr. Rupa Gupta, on behalf of Srimati Radha Devi Goenka College for Women, Akola, extend a warm welcome to you for the Investor Awareness Program and Planning event. This program is being organized in celebration of World Investor Week in collaboration with Krisha Foundation, a Mumbai-based public charitable trust. We are delighted to have you with us. Today we gathered here for an important initiative aimed at empowering individuals with the knowledge and the skills to make sound financial decisions. So in today's dynamic economic landscape, being financially informed is crucial. This event is designed to equip you with the tools you need to navigate the world of investment effectively. So we encourage each one of you to actively participate, ask questions and engage with our honorable speaker Sushma ma'am. Your involvement is what makes event like this truly valuable. So before this, I want to introduce today's resource person, respected Sushma Ji Das ma'am. She is holding a master's degree in commerce from Mumbai University, a bachelor degrees in education from Mumbai University, a postgraduate diploma in business administration and finance from Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, Pune, and an MBA in HR from ITM Vocational University. So with extensive industry experience in the finance sector, Madam bring a wealth of knowledge to the table. So in the dynamic sphere, Madam expertise lies in subjects like economics, commerce and management. Since year 2013, she has been closely associated with SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, and currently engaged in conducting financial education programs on behalf of SEBI, NISM and NCFE. These programs cater to diverse target groups including degree and postgraduate students, women, individuals from the MIG and the self-help groups, as well as professionals. Her aim is to spread financial literacy far and wide, enabling individuals to make informed financial decisions and achieve their monetary objective. So, with this, it is my humble request to Honorable Sushma ma'am, please share your valuable insights on financial literacy program. So, over to you, ma'am, and thank you so much.
Good morning, respected ma'am and all respected faculty members on the dais, and welcome all the students for the sessions on commodities and derivatives. Thank you for the warm introduction. And we would start the session because it's been quite a while. So can I begin, ma'am, with your permission?
Ma'am, please start.
Okay. I'll start sharing my slide.
Yes, please.
Can you all see the slide?
No, ma'am, we are not able to see your slide.
Just a minute, just a minute. Just a minute. 1 minute, just give me some time, please. Just a minute. Can you see the screen now?
No, ma'am.
Is the screen visible?
No.
No,
Can,
ma'am.
can other participants see the screen? I'm not.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
Please give me 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Slightly technical issue, just a minute. पंचायत के बिना वो स्टार्ट नहीं कर रहे थे इसलिए बोला आपको now we can see, ma'am, your screen. Ma'am, it is visible. You can start the session. I just said, was my, whatever I conversed with you, was it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you've understood of the World Investor Week, right? Now we'll start with the session then.
Yes.
Okay. This investor awareness program on commodities and derivatives market. Like we have seen earlier, where we would have a lot of people talking about trading happening in the stock markets, mainly where we would have particularly people coming up, or companies, organization, when they would want to raise funds, they would come up with an IPO, introduce the company if they wanted funds for diversification or expansion purpose. Then there were people who would be interested in pulling in their money or their surplus funds. They would move ahead and apply for shares, and accordingly shares would be if it is oversubscribed or undersubscribed, accordingly shares would be allotted. And the main reason for investment was to let your money work and you gain something at in the future date that would benefit you in completing or fulfilling your financial goals. Financial goals can be of any kind. It could be anything, whether it is education, whether it is keeping aside money for buying a house, or also for emergencies, and also if you have something regarding retirement planning. All right, these are just a few of them. So mainly we're going to look into these areas as being shown on screen. Now, what do you understand by a commodities market, and how is that different from the market that we just spoke about, that is a capital market? So mainly, if you see, there's been an increasing involvement of developing markets, because as suppliers expose to the prices and political and production related constraints in different parts of the country or world, economic policies are changing, infrastructure, labor conditions are changing. So sometimes, this also relates to another new market, you can say, that is commodities. Now, why commodities? Because this is again a new alternative investment avenue that is being kept open for the individuals and whoever are interested to understand about the same. When we look into commodities, we talk about investments and consumption of the commodities. We're looking into different categories of commodities. It could be hard commodities, it could be soft commodities. So basically agricultural and non-agricultural also. So when we're talking about investment and consumption commodities, basically we are tapping on raw material. Now, raw material that is used for manufacturing by large companies, which is actually an essential good or material that is used in commerce to produce and manufacture other kind of goods and services that are used as inputs in the manufacturing process, and they are often interchangeable with similar goods. It could be anything. It could be electricity, gas, gold, wheat, uranium, orange, coal, anything. And commodities are, as I just mentioned, they are also investment categories, because they are traded every day on the markets around the world, with implication for every individual and business. And actually, we go to see that, practically speaking, why do we invest? So that your money works for you, you get a better rate of return. And it's always said that the sooner you start the process, the better. And if you stay invested for a very long time, you can enjoy potentially high rate of returns. Now, you would never think, of actually setting a foot on a cornfield, or even having drilled a oil well in your backyard, right? But if you want, you can, instead of that, think of purchasing, okay, as a part owner. So you become a part owner of the commodities market. You can participate in the commodities market, get involved in buying and selling or trading of raw products, whether it is oil, whether it is coffee, whether it is gold. Okay, I hope I'm making myself clear. I'm not going too fast. It's going well. The flow is going well.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now, when we are talking about hard and soft commodities, please understand the nature of commodities here. Hard would be mainly focusing on natural resources. It could be, mined or extracted, such as gold, rubber, oil, that would come under this category. Soft commodities, on the other hand, would focus on soybean, corn, coffee. Okay. Now, the next one, agricultural and non-agricultural commodities. In agricultural, we could focus again on perishable agricultural products, chana, gaur seed, maize. Then you have, cotton again. Okay. Processed agricultural commodities could be something like palm oil or soybean oil or gaur oil. They are also considered as kind of agricultural commodities. In the non-agricultural commodities, we would again take something like under this category, that would be marine products, it could be textiles, wood, leather, ceramic, clothing, sports goods and toys, electronics, like engineering, commodities, anything of that kind. Okay. Now we also understand that there are various factors that will affect any kind of market. So mainly when you're talking about commodity prices, it will also depend upon the supply and demand, seasonality, storage. So one should understand that commodities are capital intensive products. Okay. So if they are that are also influenced by natural factors like weather, so you require even storage and transportation. But all commodities have a real physical form, and therefore there is a need, for storage prior to distribution, because whatever you're going to deal it's going to be in bulk, not the exchange. So this is not the case where financial products are concerned, so inventory cost and storage, they actually do not have such a large impact on the market prices. But this factor does not have, however, affect the prices across all the commodity asset classes. Like in financial asset classes also, we have various asset classes when we talk about financial assets, whether it is, something you put in bonds or in debentures or in mutual fund or in equity. Okay. So an asset class is in the same magnitude, but rather it depends on the type of commodity that we are taking into consideration. Economic and demand related patterns. If you see in recent times, the uncertainties in the global financial system, they have actually a commodity or favorable, looking at commodities as a favorable investment alternative to financial instruments. We're seeing a lot of changes happening in the geopolitical scenario, or whether we are talking about policies happening where government policies are concerned. So that keeps on changing. Things that impact the market. It could be your exchange rate, it could be your inflation and interest rate also, that has an impact on these markets. Now let's understand the agricultural ecosystem. As you can see, the source out here is a farmer, and he is the source of origin out here. In between, you have intermediaries or agents who are in the form of brokers, commission agents, aggregators, warehousemen, where they're looking after your storage, government agencies, traders, and stockists again, where warehousing is taken into consideration. So they are the bulk buyers. Out here would be, it would come under processors or exporters, and anything. It could have various kind of products that I mentioned earlier. Dal millers, or you could talk about oilseed millers, rice millers, flour millers, milk processors, exporters. So you have a very wide range of participants out here. And even you have the second last unit, the kirana store, supermarket, cash and carry. And now everything is being done online. People are placing and using online more, and financial transactions are happening, and one needs to be very cautious also when financial transactions are being happening online, because we get to hear a lot of things in the papers these days. News channels have a lot of things to share. So one needs to be very careful whenever financial transactions are also happening. Finally, it is linked to the consumer. Okay. As mentioned earlier, market is a place where goods and services change ownership. You're changing, but there's a buyer and a seller, and it's a normal parlance. It's just goods exchanging for cash, or as it's been happening all the while. And main features of the market is everybody would want to crack a deal, right? Have a fair price discovery. There should be liquidity, transparency, trustworthiness in payment, or the quality of the goods and services and dispute resolution. Mainly what we are talking about is that the trade should happen in a very effective manner. You're trying to do away with things where we could minimize the grievance redressal of the parties. And like we have a clearing corporation also who looks into when we're talking about financial instruments. So here also the payment needs to be taken care of. And you can see here we're looking into the physical, as it was shown, there are physical markets.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
No, ma'am, please continue.
Can I continue?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So this is how it is. Can you see the physical market structure? We're having all the traders around, and it looks like some kind of a commodity like wheat. And I mean, this is called a mandi. It is a central to marketing of agricultural produce. All farmers come and they accumulate whatever they have, assemble it. They have it here. They produce, and each mandi it serves around 100 to 1,000 square meters, kilometers. I'm sorry. And trading is conducted by commission agents. We saw now in the previous slide that there are intermediaries out here. So these are the people out here, sale through open outcry and bilateral negotiation, each one dictating and mentioning, and then they try to see where the trade is settled and where a deal is cracked. Now, let me ask you this question. Which of the given factors affect the price of agricultural commodities? Can you just, please students, can you participate in this? Hello. Which of the given factors affect the price of agricultural commodities? Is it the weather
All of
condition?
Dear
Students?
students, here options are given. You can select proper option. Please
All of
interact
three.
with, yeah.
Yes. Anybody? You could say it could also be weather conditions, agricultural production, sometimes due to weather condition could be up and down. Even there are changes in policies. Now, the next question. Besides prices, which are the risks that exist in a spot market? Now, exactly what is a spot market? A spot market is a place where, financial instruments such as commodities, currencies, securities, they are traded for immediate delivery. And delivery is the exchange of cash for the financial instrument. Okay. So here when you're looking into about understanding like if there's any other kind of risk out here, it could be something like, whether it is delivery risk or transportation risk or credit risk. Anyone? It could be something like that you call as a default risk out here or a credit risk. Now let us understand the evolution of a commodity exchange. When did it start and how did it progress? So commodity trading, it dates back as it has been shown on this chart. On the 19th century, and Bombay Cotton Trade Association was established during that time, followed by the trade in other commodities such as oilseeds, raw, jute, during 1910 and 1930. Again, they had the Forward Markets Commission, which was established in 1953. Often on bans in the latter half of the 20th century due to a lot of political changes, Government of India extended the list of commodities for derivative trading in 2001. A lot of new products was kind of getting pulled into the system, and few national multi-commodity exchanges started their operations of around 2003. Present regulator SEBI since 2015. Now, what is SEBI? SEBI is nothing but the Securities and Exchange Board of India. It is a market regulator, and it is the one who also regulates commodity trading in India. but it is the Commodities Derivatives Market Regulation Department that looks after the day-to-day operations in the commodities exchange. But let's understand the role of SEBI. As we mentioned earlier, they are being the market regulator. Like you have RBI, which is the regulator of the banks, looking into all the different kinds of banking around the banking system. Similarly, SEBI is the watchdog of the capital markets, and they work towards seeing that to it that the regulation of securities markets is done, supervision of exchanges are taken care of in an effective manner. They try to develop the market. They try to enforce regulations and monitor insider trading. Now, what is insider trading? It is nothing when somebody in a particular organization or in a high position has information about the company, and before the others in the public know about it, the information is kind of let out. So that is not a right manner to allow things to happen. Then they also invest in research and training and investor protection. They have a lot of education also that is being spread across pan-India basis for investor protection, so that they take informed decision for the same. And they say that you have it in various languages, and you have various categories of target audience, which we under SEBI they have trainers which spread such programs. Now let us understand about the structure of exchanges in India. See, please understand, it comes under the Ministry of Finance, Department of Economic Affairs. As mentioned earlier, then you have the market regulator, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, and below that you have various list of exchanges: the National Commodities and Derivatives Exchange, the Multi Commodities Exchange of India, the Indian Commodities Exchange, the National Stock Exchange, and the Bombay Stock Exchange. So now just let's give you a brief up about the NCDX. NCDX is a professionally managed national level technology driven demutualized online commodity exchange with an independent board of directors that is professionally managed, both not having any vested interest in the commodity market. So they work in an impartial manner, and it is committed to provide a world-class commodity exchange platform for all the participants who want to be a part of this market in a wide spectrum of commodity derivatives driven by best global practice, professionalism, and transparency. As mentioned earlier to you also, NCDX is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Board of India, and the major shareholders are the National Stock Exchange, the Life Insurance Corporation, National Agricultural Bank, Rural Development, and NFCO. NCDX again is headquartered in Mumbai, and it has branches in Delhi, Jaipur, Ahmedabad, Indore, Hyderabad, and Kolkata. Just to give you a brief about that. These are the various other group companies we have out here. NCDX group of companies, then you have NCDX NERL, NEML, and ICR. So they have created a modern agricultural commodities trading ecosystem with various offerings across various business verticals: futures and option trading in agricultural commodities through an exchange, clearing and settlement of trades through the National Clearing Commodity Clearing Limited, a registered clearing corporation. Now, mainly, why do you require a clearing corporation in the first place? Please understand, if you need to see that the flow of any transaction happens in a very smooth and effective manner, so neither the buyer nor the seller suffers, and the trade happens in a proper flow, you have a clearing corporation out here. And online commodity spot market, I already told you what a spot market is, through NCDX E-Market Limited, NEML, as it's shown in the figure out here. And issuance of electronic negotiable warehouse receipts for commodities and provisions of related services through National E-Repository Limited, WDRA registered repository. Now everything is getting into a digital zone, for the simple reason whether we are taking even the students' mark sheets, or you're talking about any important data of any individual, or even in banking transactions, everything is being happening on a digital mode. So there's more transparency, and you can keep track of all the things. Research and training and building awareness in agricultural commodities market through the NCDX, Institute of Commodity Market and Research. Now, who regulates the commodity derivative markets in India? Please answer. Is it the Reserve Bank of India? Is it the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India? Is it the Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority of India? Or is it the Securities and Exchange Board of India? Please participate, students. Hello.
Ma'am, they are writing in chat box.
Oh, okay. Yes, right. It's SEBI. Excellent. And whether SEBI regulates spot market commodity trading also? The next question. Whether SEBI regulates spot market commodity trading also? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And this one I have done this. Now let's understand about derivatives and its type. There are three types, as you can see on screen in the Indian stock market. Forward, futures, and options. So derivatives are traded in two different markets. Over-the-counter OTC markets. Derivatives are bilateral contracts between two parties, negotiated privately between two parties and not traded on any exchange, such as forwards. Exchange. Now, exchange-traded derivatives are standard derivatives like futures and options traded on the exchanges. Now, what is a future? A contract obligating the buyer or seller to purchase or sell an asset commodity. We told you about the different classes of assets, right? When we started with the lecture. At a predetermined future date. Okay? At a pre-agreed price. It could be for any commodity, whether you're talking, for instance, rice, wheat, any other thing which you are doing it for today, you are arranging for the price, tracking the price, and you're going to a contract obligating the buyer. He has to purchase that asset once the period is coming. Future contract are exchange traded forward contract with specifications.
Sorry, Rashi, mute yourself. Rashi Vade. Rashi. Durgesh sir, please mute Rashi.
Future contract could be settled by delivery or cash. Exchange specifies certain standardized features of the contract for trading, like whether to check on the quality, the quantity parameter, the trading and delivery units and tick size, and mainly talking about the transaction, tick size, delivery logic, delivery center, and additional delivery system, the expiry date, price limits, position limits, and beyond which you cannot move ahead. A limit is set out there. Final settlement price, premium, discount, location, and the quality. So now we see what are options. Options are nothing but financial instruments that convey the right but not the obligation. It's not mandatory to engage in a future transaction on some underlying security or in futures contract. And it can be primarily of two. One can be a call option, another can be a put option. And in call option, what happens is, please remember, the calls give the buyer the right, but he is not obliged, okay? But not the obligation that he has to buy a given quantity of the underlying asset at a given price on or before a given future date. There can be changes that he wants to, he can make. But in the put option, put gives the buyer the right, but not the obligation to sell a given quantity of the underlying asset at a given price on or before a given date. Okay. Now these are various terminologies. Let's understand the market terminal basis. There's nothing in it. I think somebody's making noise now. Basis, it refers to the difference between the future price and the spot price. For commodity basis is calculated using spot price minus future price, while for financial assets it is future price minus spot price, which is most commonly used. So normally future price exceeds spot prices. Second, margin. Margin is nothing but it refers to the deposit money that needs to be paid to either buy or sell each contract, and the levels can be set by the exchange based on the price volatility of the commodity, and it can be changed at any time. This is mainly done for the smooth transaction actually. Contango is actually said to be market is said to be in contango if the future price is above the spot price. Backwardation, a market is said to be in backwardation if the future price is below the spot price. So above the spot price is contango and below is backwardation. Novation, a clearing corporation, interposes between the buyer and seller. They be in the middle as a legal counterparty to see that the buyer buys it and the seller sells it, and there's an exchange of the commodity for cash, and the transaction is done in a proper manner. Clearing corporation becomes a buyer to every seller and seller to every buyer to see that the transaction happens smoothly. So mainly the two main objectives and features of derivative markets is, one is you discover price discovery, what is the price you've decided and what you want to pay for. Price risk management, because again you having the clearing corporation playing a prominent role here. The features are you have a centralized marketplace, trades are predefined contracts, there's high liquidity, price dissemination is happening on a nationwide basis. Clearing corporation guarantees settlement and it is regulated by SEBI. So when future price is higher than the spot market, it is called, what is the answer? We just saw in the previous slide. When future price is higher than the spot price, what is it? Okay, shall I get back to the previous slide again?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you see it, huh? The answers are here. Okay, I'm going to ask you. Contango is a market is said to be in contango if the future price is above the spot price, and backwardation, I can't get this. Okay, backwardation is a market is where the future price is below the spot price. Novation is where you're talking about the clearing corporation playing a very vital role between the buyer and the seller to see that the deal completes in an effective manner. Okay, now we go back here. Now tell me. Okay, good. And you can try the next one also. What is the time value of an option? Okay. So these are the market participants. You have a speculator, a hedger, and an arbitrator. This is how you're going to trade in a commodity market. You need to open an account with the member of the exchange. You get the necessary KYC, know your client, the formalities completed, PAN, Aadhaar card, and all other things that they require. You'll have to deposit a margin. You'll start trading. M2M settlement on a daily basis and square off or rollover or delivery. So arbitration, now what is arbitration? Is it entering into selling and purchase of transaction in spot market? Is it entering into purchase transaction in spot and future market? Is it simultaneously entering into sell and purchase transaction in two or more markets? Entering into sell transaction in spot and future markets? Mainly arbitrage is mainly, when you want to kind of resolve an issue where two markets are involved and you see that nobody negatively takes advantage of the situation. And how many national level exchanges are there? industry ecosystem. This is how it happens. Account opening, the bank, and then it goes to the repository. As you can see, depository commodity, then you have the SEER, and then finally exchanges. So regulatory framework for electronic negotiable warehouse receipts. You have a legal environment and institutional setup. Ease of doing business. There's no additional cost for collateral monitoring and surveillance. There's easy transfer and splitting of receipt, transparency of transactions, centralized online record keeping, robust commodity and warehousing risk management system and process, standardization of warehouse and commodities stored. It's being diagrammatically presented out here also. We see a farmer going to the bank for account opening, and accordingly how it's getting channelized towards the exchange finally. So mainly, what are the benefits? One is price dissemination, price discovery, price stability, and price risk management. There's low transaction costs. There is elimination of credit risk, delivery risk, and transportation risk. Liquidity and access to cheaper sources of finance, empowering farmers to make better cropping and selling decision, reducing informative asymmetries, upgrading the storage and grading and technology infrastructure, trade verification facility, exempt from margin, early pay-in for FPOs, common platform for all traders. You can have traders from Kanyakumari to Kashmir to Tamil Nadu to Delhi, everywhere, Haryana. Now, what are the do's and don'ts of regulatory system, and what do you understand by dabba trading? Anybody knows what is dabba trading? Okay. See, dabba trading is a proxy market. Here, investors, they must open a demat account, buy and sell stocks on the stock exchange. But this is how it happens actually when investors get into a relationship where they maintain with the stock exchange and trade in financial assets. But in bucket trading or dabba trading, all the transactions that happen, they happen outside the market guidelines. So it is risky but profitable since there are no governing rules or regulators, and all trades in dabba trading are settled in cash. Okay? Okay? Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, client protection guidelines, the same formalities. You need to get your registration done, know your client documentation. Contract notes are nothing but it tells you about the trades that you have been involved in, and you have every right to get the contract notes on time within a scheduled period of time. You can receive your SMS email of every trade from the exchange, and trade verification facility is you can access to at going to NCDX. Segregation of client funds, investor protection funds, that is investor service centers and investor chartered and escalation matrix when you're talking about addressing any grievance from the part of the investor. So as you can see, if you have any grievance, there is a process how you go and address it first of all, and how the exchange from there and how they play a role, not the exchange only. You're seeing here that the investor receives your investor complaints, then you have it forwarded out. Just look into the diagram how they're showing that it is going to analyze the issue raised by the investor and take it with the trading member. Thirdly, you forward the response to the ISC exchange. Then they will analyze the response from the trading member, understanding like what are the issues between them. They hold meeting and teleconferences if required to resolve the issue. If it's not resolved within 15 days, complaint if not resolved is shifted to GRC, and then that is the grievance redressal committees, and you see the execution of GRC order in favor of the investor or the trading member as it is. They can also opt for arbitration if not satisfied. You go to the trading member, investor. There is an arbitration panel also, award and appeal also can be done. These are the stakeholders: farmers, processors, millers, exporters, importers, traders, stockists, government agencies, hedgers, FEs, quant proprietary trades, arbitrage jobbers, retail customers, financial participants, HNI, high net worth individuals, investors, alternative investment funds. Now, this is mainly an initiative taken by SEBI. This is it's a SARTI mobile app on investor education. You can download it, and there are a lot of good material that you can get and access, things which I may not even go into depth where explanatory part is concerned. And your free time, you can always access this and learn and update yourself, because the best investment is an investment in knowledge, as Warren Buffett has said. So it's always something that will not be stable and constantly keep on. One needs to keep on updating, because in that process you are mentally also keeping your mind involved in learning something new and keeping updated with the system around. And it's only going to benefit you and everyone else around who gets to know about the same. Okay, so I guess we have almost done. What are the major benefits of future trading for farmers and farming community? Anybody? You can put it on chat also. And besides Rabi and Kharif, which is the third crop season in India, you can put it in the chat box if you want to. So you can see the first one, I think it would be, is anybody answering that? To take it as to cover price risk against unpredictable changes from the prices. I guess this lecture must have been a little bit easy and not so easy kind of a session, because there were a lot of new things also there, and we would require in fact more time to understand more in depth. But I guess at least you must have learned something new in this session, if not everything, because as I just told you, need to keep yourself in the learning process, even to kind of look into things that's keeping on changing all the time. And this is when we are talking about if you require to be more informative about it. So I think I've come to the end of the session, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, dear
Yes, ma'am.
participant, if you have any question, you can ask. Do you have any question? Do you want to ask something from me? If you have any curiosity. Hello. Okay. So, ma'am, I think there is no question. So, Sheetal,
Okay.
ma'am. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for this insightful session on investor planning and how one can become a good investor, because everyone should know their roles and roles as well as duties and responsibilities before investing somewhere. I request Professor Harshada Vadhane ma'am to propose the vote of thanks for this session, and I am also requesting all the participants. I am sending a feedback link in your chat box. Please fill and share your valuable feedback, and afterwards you have to leave the meeting. So now I am requesting Professor Harshada madam to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rupa madam. आत्ताच आपण वर्ल्ड इन्व्हेस्टर वीक च्या अनुषंगाने श्रीमती राधादेवी गोलका महिला महाविद्यालय अकोला आणि ग्रीशा फाउंडेशन ऑफ इन्व्हेस्ट
धन्यवाद मैडम.
So thank you so much, Dr. Sushma Das ma'am. Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
wonderful
ma'am.
sharing.
I know it was a little bit too much in depth, and you would require some more time, to get into the nitty-gritties and understanding a little more about this subject.
Yes,
But we can.
ma'am, actually here not only the commerce student but art students are also joined, and there are some faculties who are means it is a multidisciplinary session, so that's why
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I have conducted multi-disciplinary also. In fact, yesterday there was something that was done, But yeah, investment is a subject that plays a very vital role in everybody's life, for the simple reason that there are financial goals that need to be achieved. So yes, it is applicable to one and all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
yeah, thank you. Durgesh sir, thank you so much. And it is my humble request.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, madam.
So my request to all the participants, please give your valuable feedback on Sushma Das ma'am. I have prepared one feedback link and shared in Zoom link. So please click on that link and fill your valuable feedback. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again.
ते फीडबॅक भरा मॅडम, एक नंतर भरा चालेल. आरशी सर भेजा. मी नाही गेला बोललो. पर्सनलवर तुमच्या हो केव्हापासून तुमच्या फोनवरून त्याच्यात टाकलं, याच्यावरून
एक बार अगर सभी कैमरा अपना खोलेंगे तो एक तस्वीर लेना चाहेंगे. रूपा मैम, सुषमा मैम.
Recording stopped.
हेलो रूपा मैम, सुषमा मैम, आपके बीच से मेरा लाइव
आशीष सब भेजा